Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Columbus, Ohio. In the previous episode, we finished up a stressful, very cash money free agency period. We spent a lot of money, we re-signed a lot of guys, offered a lot of contract extensions, so it won't be an awful year next year, and I'll go over that in detail right now. There were a few guys coming up. Most of our the majority of our best players, Stucam was up, Savoie was up, I believe Waugh was up as well, and we got them to decent contracts up until probably the end of their career, 2 years, I believe. So that could be an interesting year. Woodworth is at the end of his career. I'm not sure if he'll retire this season, but something that I did not notice when I was editing lines and getting the roster sorted out, Jeffery Woodworth has dropped down to a top 6 exact forward, which means he is about done. This might be it for Jeffery Woodworth. This is the last hurrah. He's got 5 Stanley Cup rings, enough for every finger on his hand. Not a lot of players can say that. He is one of the best of all time. Stucam does not get enough credit, 35 years of age. He's an absolute beauty. He is one of the best ever. 96 overall at 35. He dropped as well. He is no longer that franchise potential. He's down to a medium elite, but he should stay about that overall for the foreseeable future. One guy who has not dropped in potential, Matthew Savoie. As you can see right there, 96 overall franchise centerman, 34 years of age. Did I say that? I'm not sure. Has not dropped in potential there, but that's something to keep an eye out on for the remainder of the season. This might be it. For that MVP line, it might be it. So we're going to have to be more diligent with how we handle other players and play them to their strengths. Another guy who dropped in potential, Joshua Waugh, is now to a top 9 forward. He might be the first to go. I'm not sure if Jeffery Woodworth will hold on any longer. He's going for his 12th straight 100-point season, and I don't see the first line being any worse than it is. They got the potential, or not potential, but they have the overalls and the offensive stats to have another 300-point season altogether. That's easy peasy lemon for breezy. We also got Vyacheslav Kavanov to a nice deal for the foreseeable future. And I want to go ahead and show you the lines, but before we get to that, I want to thank everybody who is watching. I know these past few videos have been, I don't want to say iffy, but it's been weird recording. I'm staying up pretty late most days to get recording done, editing, putting it up the day of, which is stressful, but I'm just waiting for a day that I can pre-record a bunch of stuff. But before anything changes, I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm up to, at this moment, I'm up to 121 subscribers. And you're killing it. Everybody at home who's watching this, leave a like, leave a comment, and share who your favorite, or comment who your favorite Columbus Blue Jacket is and why. Is it Jeffery Woodworth? Is it a weird guy like I don't know, Mikko Jarvinen? Jar Jar Binks? I'm not sure. Vyacheslav Kavanov. I'm not sure, but I want to know your opinions. And I know I said I was working on a 100 subscriber special, and I want to merge 2 video ideas together. I'm still working on that. I haven't really had the opportunity to record another episode or another video and edit that. I'm on my franchise mode thing right now, and it's working. I'm putting up videos consistently, and it seems like you guys are enjoying them. It is nice seeing a little community form down in the comment. God damn, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can't speak. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm not cutting that out. I plan on making No edit. No edits. No edits. This is... almost dropped my water bottle. That could have been terrible. Oh, no. That could have been terrible. Water everywhere. I'm going to put that somewhere else. That's a good idea. Good job, Owen. As I was saying, thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. And this should be a good episode. I'm not sure how long this one will be, but I want to get through the majority of this season if everything is going smoothly. It all depends. It all depends on how it goes. And I want to show you the 2038-2039 regular season lineup. And it is looking like this. Now, if I'm... look. Okay, let me just show you this. The MVP line is not being broken up. I would love to throw MP3 there, but I think the moment Wah drops, one of these guys retires, I'm switching everything up. It's going to suck to miss that sweet, sweet +3. But so is life. They've been absolute legends. They are legends. They're Hall of Famers, no doubt about it. But they are riding into the sunset off of a Stanley Cup victory. Do we go back-to-back this season? We are a better team in general. A lot of our younger guys are coming up into their own. A lot of our older players are getting older. But it's a nice mix. But once all these guys retire, we're going to have a lot of extra money to work with and a lot of problems to solve. So the first line needs no introductory. Matthew Savoie, Jeffery Woodworth, and Joshua Waugh. They're dynamite. There is no question about that best line ever in hockey history. Second line, I was debating putting Giroux there on the third, but then I'm like, Giroux had a really off season, and he's the 30-year-old. I would rather give the 30-year-old the chance to prove himself than a 37-year-old who we did trade a medium elite goaltender for. Kind of regretting that, but I don't know if you saw earlier, but Mester, one of our prospect goalies, has risen in overall and is 3 years younger. So goaltending is never a problem for us. We will always have goalies in the prospect system, which is a blessing. The third line center... Alright, why am I talking about the third line? Khalil Fallon. 30 years of age. I remember when we drafted this dude. I remember when we drafted Jeffery Woodworth. One of you guys at home commented a while back and said, "Oh, at blank time during that video, you drafted a legend," and it turned out to be Jeffery Woodworth's draft, and that was just really cool that you guys kind of remember that sort of thing. It's wholesome, and I enjoy wholesome content, okay, especially when it comes to hockey. Khalil Fallon is the replacement for Savoie, but Savoie, I am kind of surprised he's not dropping off. He's not. And if he stays at that overall, the first line should have no problem. And I'm hoping it doesn't. So Khalil Fallon, at this point in time, he's kind of like Pierre-Luc Dubois. I mean, Pierre-Luc Dubois was the first line center plenty of years. But once we got Savoie, it was kind of like... It's like Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. Probably shouldn't play them together, but if you do play them together, they'll be great. But if you play them separately, you make the players around them that much better. MP3, 23 years of age, turning 24 soon, I believe. Locked up to a magnificent deal. 5.5, that is a steal of the decade. Coming off a 51-goal campaign, leading the team in goals last year. I'm expecting just below or just above the same production for him. 90-plus points? 91? 93. I can't remember. I'm expecting big things from him. That second line should be pretty good as well. Third line, Bobby Friesen, 19 years of age. It says I'm not sure what role he's projected at, but he has plenty of extra line time. Extra team? Extra lines. I don't really know English anyways. 83 overall, medium elite. He is the future. And that is just the truth. So he's going to get plenty of time, and he's playing with two, I believe, no. Newhook is a playmaker? But you got a legitimate playmaker. Really reminds me of Savoie. Not the goal-scoring tendencies, but playmaking abilities. He is off the charts, especially in the playoff run. He was huge for us. Newhook, who was the acquisition in the offseason, he dropped off a bit, but I'm just acquiring him similar to Austin Matthews for that offensive talent. Defense, yeah. Hansel's pretty good at defense for being a sniper. He's always a pretty good plus-minus guy, plus 18 last year. His takeaways are... Holy hell. My God, last year's takeaways were 82 to 42. So almost double his takeaways to giveaways. So his ratio, okay, that is... I had not checked that before until somebody commented, oh, can you check in-depth stats? And I think I'm going to be more cautious? Not cautious, that's not the word I'm looking for. Diligent about looking at stats. That shows me something about Hansel, that he's not just a sniper. And when I think about snipers, I'm not thinking third line, fourth line. I'm thinking second, first. So Hansel has been great, and I'm glad we have him locked up to a contract for 3 years, hoping he proves that deal, because coming off a 20-plus goal campaign last year, he's probably worth it. And adding that defense to it just helps out a ton. 23 goals last year. Bobby Friesen is just getting started. Fourth line. I mean, losing Ole Jorgensen sucks because he fit that bottom six mold really, really well. It sucks losing him. But when we get a guy like Jaden Swanson, who is a very similar player to Ole Jorgensen, he comes in to the playoffs in relief for, I believe it was Comrie. I'm not too sure. I'm not quite sure. He came in, I believe, the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not too positive there. But he came in 10 games, 8 points, 2 goals, 6 assists. He was a pretty good plus-minus, and he didn't put up a lot of penalties. Not great in the AHL playoffs, though, but the NHL is where it counts. 26 years of age, we acquired him in free agency, just sent him a deal, played in the AHL most of the season, and he grew like a frickin' weed. 83 overall, he is a two-way forward, I'm almost positive. And he seems like a pretty decent player. So I'm gonna keep that in mind once we get around to simulating the season. I want to keep an eye on this bottom line and how well they do. Mäkinen, obviously, he is dropping a bit, but that is due to him being a third-line center, apparently. I get that, but Bobby Friesen is the dude. Mr. Nice to meet you, Bobby Freeze. And then you got Zach Baton, who is a lifelong fourth-liner, third-liner, just, I don't know. I'm sorry, but we have both of them locked up to contracts. They're playing penalty kill lines, so I wouldn't see why they're upset. EA, come on. I don't ask for much, really. But the forward core is looking better than last year. I'm not sure. Very similar. Not a lot has changed, so we should be about the same, okay? Defense. Now you're like, where the hell is Sukam? He is on the third pairing. Now you might be like, Owen, are you on crack? And I might be just a little bit. But I'm debating this because Schwartz is the best guy available for this team. We let go of Alfredson. We traded him away at the draft for cap space so we could acquire a bunch of guys like Newhook just to add to the forward core because forwards are our bread and butter. Not saying that our defense is bad, but I'm saying that I'm more focused on our offensive side because that's what's won us the majority of our Stanley Cups. Just saying. I want him to progress. I want Jakobsen to progress, and he's just not. 21 years of age. They're very similar players. Carlos is the man, 26 years of age, coming off a 50-plus point season last year, plus 52 as well. I want to make sure he's happy. Stu Cam, I've seen this in other franchise modes where you've given him... He's playing every other unit. Literally every other unit on this team, he is playing penalty kill. Penalty kill 3-man. Power play, 4-man power play, extra lines. He's everywhere. He's 35 years of age. I want to keep the young guys happy, but limiting his ice time. He's playing the third pairing. That might upset him a bit, but if you're Stu Cam, you're older. You're getting beaten up. That's how the world is. But if you're playing with Felipe, who was, I believe he was I'm not sure. Let me check his stats. How was he last year? He was a plus 23, which is fantastic. So when you're playing with Stu Cam, that might work out pretty well. Then you got Mikko Jarvinen and a young guy in Schwartz. He's going to be pulling a lot of time. He's not playing a lot of extra line time, so it evens itself out. Abel Carlos is playing plenty of time. He's a machine. He is going to be the guy for the future. He is. He's really turning that corner. Majority of his career, 86 overall, so taking that turn, 50 points in the regular season. Stu Cam having a Norris year. Our defense is still looking really strong, and we've got a lot of prospects in the pipeline. Maybe I look in the future for a young defenseman, a franchise defenseman, maybe just to push us in the future. Goaltending, you got Vyacheslav Kavanov, reigning Vezina and Willie Mem Jennings trophy winner. He's a beauty, but he's got some competition. I'm not gonna lie. 23 years of age, Albert Mester. He's played in the AHL the majority of his career. He's been pretty good last year. 26 wins, 41 games, 923, 203 goals against, and you rarely see those kind of numbers in the AHL. He's pretty good in the United States as well. And we have him locked up 2 more years at that kind of contract. There is a guy in the AHL, Kavanov, you still have to be consistent. I don't want to trade you away. You're our franchise goaltender. But losing 85 overall backup medium elite goalies sucks year in, year out. Because Gerber, I think it was time for him to leave. We got what we needed from him. We got a Stanley Cup, maybe even 2 from him. I'm not quite sure. But we got a good, nice pipeline, especially with the draft that we just had, acquiring the medium elite goaltender and then the high elite goaltender. Lower overalls, but it's looking nice for the future. Scratch players are looking like Fearley. Oh, I can't say that. His stats are pretty good. Defensive stats aren't too bad. His offensive stats aren't too bad. He's not a prospect anymore, and he probably won't get upset at being scratched because he's a nobody. Our defensive throw-in is Christian Johansson. I believe he was our scratch player last year. He was, I think so. I can't really recall. Special teams. Let me show you everything here. Jeffery Woodworth playing both lines, obviously. What a beauty. Yes. I love that. What a beauty. This might be the last time they're playing on the power play together. Oh, that hurts my heart. Newhook is playing power play time because that's what we acquired him for. You might be like, holy Jesus Christ, his potential's bad. He's gone in this season. They retained on his contract. It's not a lot. We don't have any money to work with, but that's nice. We lost Austin Matthews a few years ago because he got hurt in the playoffs, so adding a guy like this who has the offensive capability to help us out, even though we're already that good, he pushes us over the edge. Okay, four-man's looking like that. Penalty kill is looking like that. Swanson playing some time. Baton as well. Plenty of... See, Stu Cam is playing everywhere. He shouldn't be too upset. 3-man. This is the best I could get it. I tried a bunch of different combinations, but I couldn't get rid of that -1. It shouldn't be too bad because of how good the players are anyways. And then you got extra lines. Ooh, beautiful. Even better. 3-on-3s looking gorgeous. Extra attacker, Jeffery Woodworth, Matthew Savoie. And then you got the shootout looking like that. Now, I want to go to the AHL. I want to discuss a few things. Don't worry, we're going to get simulation done in this episode. I just want to show you what the plan is in general for this team and how I think it's going to go. AHL, there are a few things that I am debating. There are some awesome guys in the AHL lineup that could jump into the NHL. Fragapane, Rivette, Hemingway. But then you look at the NHL and they're like, where do you put them? You could take out Newhook and throw in Fragapane or Rivette. But would they even live up to their potential? I know one more year might hurt them. But if it doesn't work out with Newhook, we have a lot of really solid options. I'm not too upset in that category. First line, looking really solid. Dillman, who we did sign in free agency, is turning out to be a pretty damn good prospect. 21 years of age, 74 overall, low elite. He might be a serviceable NHL player one day, next year or two, especially with not cap problems coming, but it might get a little tight there in the next few years. So having him in the pipeline is huge for us. Bulbrook, Rodin, and Riviette. Rodin is no longer a prospect. He's just kind of there, similar to what's his name, Emil Schultz when he was young and full of life. He's not growing. We've given him opportunity to grow. He was never going to be that NHL player because we expect the absolute best out of our prospects. You know that, and sometimes that doesn't happen. But it tends to happen when you have a stacked team like the Columbus Blue Jackets. But speaking of youth, Alexander Mironov coming over from Russia, getting the chance, 69 overall, nice. He's getting a chance to play in the AHL along two pretty solid AHLers, Zanata, and then you got Corey Pedersen, who is a young guy himself, 68 overall. That's a pretty damn good third line right there. I'm hoping he grows quickly because that would be a nice 1-2 punch in the future. Mironov, second, third line, and then you got Bobby Friesen, gorgeous. Fourth line, Bogosian, Emil Schultz, and I can't say. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm not going to butcher it. I'm sorry, Finland. I can't do that to you. Am I right? Is he Finnish? I was right because there's too many vowels in that name. I'm not even going to try. Now, the defense is looking pretty good. We have a lot of young guys who, as I was saying before, are just NHL ready, but I've tried a lot of them out, and it really doesn't work, as in, like, morale, the whole thing. It doesn't always tend to work, but I'm hoping they continue to grow. Kabulin, and then you got Harrington. Did I just say Kabulin? Kabibulin. And you got Lundstrom, who we just drafted, I believe. Yeah, that's the guy. Zimmerman, who's no longer a prospect. Abslund, and then you got Hamill. So defense is looking younger. We're looking like a pretty good AHL squad in general. Goaltending, Parmuller, 22 years of age. I want him to grow, but I also can't just trade a Mester away because I don't know what I want, right? There isn't like a defenseman out there for cheap. What we have is what we have to work with. I can't just be trading for another first line forward because where the hell would I put him? My roster sheet can only take so much, guys. I'm sorry. Then you got Bryce Bartsch, who we drafted only a few years ago, 4th round, 105th overall, 2035. He might be the next guy. I'm not sure, but the age, the potential is on his side. I'm big things from our goaltending units. But I think it's time that we jump in to the regular season. It's been a long episode so far, but I want to get a bit of simulating done. I do want to check the draft class real quick because what's it looking like? Who's the first overall guy? Who are we tanking for? Isha Schultz. What a name. What flag is that? Don't ask me because I don't know. I'm sorry. That's not the Italian flag. Is that Belgium? Is it Bulgaria? I'm sorry. But this should be an okay regular season. I'm not even going to sim the first game because we have such bad luck with in-season simulation. So I'm going to sim all the way up until November 1st. Preseason is get it over and out of the way. Just chill out. Just, why does every team want Zach Baton? You can't have him, Winnipeg. I'm sorry to do that to you. Okay, you better not be getting hurt in preseason. Like, don't even play. Just like stand there on the ice and do nothing. Because this is the roster that I have assembled, and this is the roster that we're going with. Okay, if things need to be drastically changed, I will, because I have done it in the past, and I'll do it again. First game against the Leafs, 5-4 victory. A few goals let in, but we get the W, which is all that matters. Cleveland loses Joe Asplund. Head coach replaces player. That's a defenseman. Vancouver, 3-1 loss. 500. Okay, back to Toronto. 4-2 victory. Okay, Arizona has already fired their head coach, Logan Heatley. We're so sorry. You weren't an all-star. I'm sorry. That's a quickest in-season firing I've seen so far. Asplund, do we throw him back in? Who's the guy there as it stands? Anderson? I'll leave it right now. 4-1 loss against the Flames. Detroit, 3-2 victory. Okay, we're just above 500. Can we start turning it around here? View draft class? I don't care right now. San Jose. Little western road trip here. Yikes. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's happening, Columbus? Okay, we're back to 500. What the hell is going on, boys? We should be better than this. Giroux, we're going to persuade you. You're going to be a team player. No, you're not. I will disagree with you. You can't get more minutes because you know your role on this team. You might even be playing third line eventually. You don't know. Pittsburgh, 5-0 shutout. Pittsburgh again. Come on. 8-3 victory. Turn it around here. Detroit, the dumpster fire. 4-3 OT loss, but we get a point, which is important because it's probably pretty tight in the Metro. We're holding on to a playoff spot. I'm not too worried at this point. Jeffery Woodworth, 16 points is an absolute beauty. But what is the problem so far? I want to check the special teams. See how that is working. We've let in a lot of goals this month so far. We're nowhere near playoffs. I mean, we're in a playoff spot. We're not near the top so far. But 41 goals for, that's not our best, but that's got to be at least average. 35 goals against, that's got to be bottom of the league. Yeah, that's a pretty good goals against. So we're not scoring as many goals as we usually do. Power plays 34%. Penalty kill 73%, so maybe that's something that we look at. We're better away than we are at home. Okay, but how is everybody producing so far? 16 points is pretty good, but I expect more from the first line. It might be an iffy month so far. I might have to change around a few things, but let's just talk about it. Jeffery Woodworth, obviously, don't even need to talk about it because he's that damn good. Matthew Savoie, 15. I don't even need to talk about it because he's that damn good. Joshua Waugh. What did I just say? Repeat it. Khalil Fallon, 11 points. That's about what I expect for him. A point per game every year is what I need from him. 105. That's going to be hard to reproduce for him, especially if this team isn't clicking as well. We don't get as many wins. We don't get the same amount of opportunities to win that game and score more goals, because that's how hockey works. Okay. He can do better than that, though I know he can. Alex Newhook that's exactly what we acquired him for. 10 points in 11 games. He's helping out in that category. Maxime Prohorkin. Holy Jesus Christ. He doesn't have any assists. He's a puck hog. 8 goals in 11 games. Oh, jeez Louise. We need to play this guy more. Holy Jesus. Oh, this guy is for real, is what you're trying to tell me, game. Just turning 24. Yeah, he's a second line forward, which is good for us. He's not going to get mad about his ice time. Carol Hansel with 6. That's not bad. That's about what I expect for him all season. Jacques Giroux, 6. Could be a bit better. Bobby Friesen, about half a point per game in his sophomore season. Yeah, I want him to just keep progressing. If he's doing better than he was last year at this point, I'm not sure. But if he finishes at a better point totals and better overall, and he just grows in general, that's good for us. -1, though, could be a bit better. Zach Baton, 2 points, -3. Ooh, that fourth line is not looking too good. Maybe I switch Swanson with Hansel and put Hansel on the fourth. Help out the scoring there. So the fourth line is not doing so well. I expect them to do better, though. They look like a decent fourth line. I'm just not sure what it is. Defense. Mikko Jarvinen with... Hey, whoa. So the moment I move Jarvinen, or I move Stucam away from Mikko Jarvinen, he has 8 points. What in the blue hell? That's like he's halfway to his, 25 points every year is his cap. And he's close to halfway there. 11 games into the season. An 82-game schedule. Oh, that's great. You know what? That's good to see from him because we're paying him so much money. I want to see the same production keep going. Keep that going, Mikko. Stucam, we did move him away, and he's playing the third line, or the third pairing. He's mad about his ice time. Do we move him up pairing just to help that up? 6 points in 11 games. About half a point per game. That's not too bad. Abel Carlos, -1, 5 points. So it's been an iffy month. I'm hoping that we even ourselves out. Henry Schwartz, man, he's got to grow. What the hell? Why is it whenever I get a 21 years of age, did I even say that right? 21-year-old top 4 defensemen, and they're 79 overall, they never grow. Ever. Felipe, 1 point, +2, not bad. Pierre Jakobsen, -2. So the defense not doing great. Standout Mikko Jarvinen is pretty good, though. So that's something to look at in the future. Goaltending. Yeah, even though we're allowing one of the best goals against, or we have one of the best goals against average, not the best so far. Mester is not off to a hot start in the NHL, but it's been an iffy month. 5-3-0 for Kavanagh. Hoping he just keeps progressing. So, do we make changes or do we keep simulating for a bit? I really want to move Swanson up. I want to move Swanson here. They would go to a +3. I'm going to just keep No, I want to change the defense up. They're not doing the best. Defense, I can mess around with. Forward core, I got to trust them, right? So I want to move... they'll go down to -3. Yeah, what am I supposed to do there? Do I go with that? Abel Carlos up to the first. You know what, I'll go with that. That works for me. Stucam, you just got to play there. Keep you fresh for the playoffs, okay? So, we're heading into month number 2. Let's start out right. Let's beat one of our Metro Division rivals, playing 2 in a row against Metro teams. Let's go. Let's pick up the pace. We're only in a wild card position. I don't like that. Philadelphia, 9-2 victory. That's a good way to start it out. Bennett Anderson has been injured in the age of El Sorny. What the hell? Sorny, just put some ice on it, and you're fine. New Jersey, that's a few wins in a row there. Anaheim Ducks have fired their head coach, Emilio Hickman. Okay, Anaheim, do whatever you need to do there. Okay, Vegas. Come on, Vegas. 8-2 victory. We're scoring a few goals here. Okay, Bennett Anderson. Do we even bother to throw him back in our lineup? Where was he? I can't really remember who he is. Is he a defenseman? No, I'd rather keep Asplund in, and then, yeah, that works for me. Let's just keep it going. Philly, Metro team. Zach Baton, we will not be trading you. 6-2 victory. Buffalo Sabres. Jeffery, no! 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 The hockey gods strike. Oh, Jesus, no. No, God, why have you forsaken us? No. No, he was doing so good. 28 points, 16 games. Ah, he was doing so good. going to miss a few weeks there. Okay. Evasive maneuvers. What are we going to go with here? Do we... I have an idea. Maxime Prohorkin, I'm going to try it. Maxime Prohorkin. I'm trying you on both lines. You better go off. I just want to see how it goes, you know? Let's see. Let's freaking try it. If we just go off and he scores like 80 freaking goals, I'm okay with that. Giroux, let's get you onto the power play. Yeah, it's iffy losing that kind of guy for that period of time. That is definitely something. But if MP3 wants to step up and be an absolute beauty, I am not... Wow, Jeffery Woodworth was playing literally every line. Okay, that's good to see. But I don't want MP3 to get hurt. But I don't know if it was because Jeffrey is so old that he literally couldn't, like he's falling apart sort of thing. Let's go with that. Extra attacker, I'll go with, I don't know, MP3. That works for me. If he scores like 20 goals in like 3 games, I'm totally not opposed to that. Okay, so that is settled there. That is an injury. That is not fun. So MP3. Oh, I have to like... Okay, so I'll dress. I'll like dress player, but like... Yeah, okay. Cool, we're fine. Buffalo Sabres, 7-2 victory. Boston Bruins, 3-2 shootout loss, but we pick up a point there. Montreal 6-5 win. Let in a few goals there, but the W is important. First regulation loss in a while against Chicago. Mika Jarvinen has been... Damn it! God. Okay, head coach replaces player. It's only till the 27th. That's a week. We should be okay. There's a few wins in a row. Jeffery Woodworth is fully healed, but the real question is, did MP3 go off? I don't know. I didn't really check his stats beforehand. 12 goals in 21 games is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So, okay. Jeffery Woodworth. Oh, did I mess it up? Hold on. So if I put Hansel just in current line, okay. Then I put Jeffery Woodworth in. Nope. Yes. Nope. Oh, damn it. Did I do something stupid? Hansel. Ah, how did I mess it? Oh, God. Give me a minute. Okay. So I think I have it settled down. I think we're okay. Too many. Okay, wait. The damn. Ha! They make this so difficult. Okay, no lines. Is that the right thing to go to? Yes! Okay, scratch him. Ah, that's what that's used for. Okay, we should be good to go. Okay, Jeffery Woodworth is back. 14-5-2, picking up the pace. There we go. Winnipeg. 4-3 OT loss. Okay, but we do get Mikko Jarvinen back. He was having a good season last time I checked. Bring him back. Mikko Jarvinen, welcome back to the club. You did drop a bit. Were you in 87 last time I checked? 10 assists in 20 games is actually pretty freaking good. Stucam is having a good season as well. Kavanaugh, is he's coming up a bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. You know what? I'm not even going to check the stats for this month. We're just going to... Nah, do we? Yeah, let's check the stats. It's been a pretty long episode, too. So, Matthew Savoie is having apparently a pretty good season. Are we surprised? No, he is underrated. But with the amount of games that Jeffery Woodworth missed to be only 3 points back, it's It's pretty damn good. Will he hit 100 for the 12th straight season? I'm not sure. It is stressful. He loses 5 games off the year. That's a lot of ground to make up, but I think he can do it. I believe in him. Actually tied for first, Savoie and Moi. Beauties, absolute beauties. Woodworth, obviously, not what do I say? Alexander Newhook, that's exactly what we acquired him for. The potential's dropping off, 37 years of age. We got him at a good cap hit for a year, 3.9 to be exact. 84 overall. He is going to help us heading into the playoffs, being a dynamite offensive player. 16 goals might actually it does lead the team, actually. That's huge for us. That is big. Kilo Fallon, 27 points. That's about the pace I want him at. MP3, 19 points. Could be a bit better. 14 goals, is third on the team. He's on pace for, what would I say, over 40 goals? Something like that. Yeah, about that. Maybe 50. He can probably hit it again. Jacques Giroux, 18 points. Also could be a bit better. He is playing second line time, I believe. He's on the second line? Yeah, I think I kept him there. He's having a better season than last year for sure. He only had 64 last year. 32 goals, though, so he's not scoring as much. Bobby Friesen. Third line center, 83 overall, 17 points. He's on pace for his best season yet. Off of a Stanley Cup victory. Is he the next one to lead this team? Is he the next captain? And that's something that we have to start thinking about, because Woodworth is probably done at the end of the season. If not, he'll be the captain until he retires. But maybe Stu Cam holds on. I'm not sure, but that's something to think about. Maybe, yeah, if you're watching up until this moment, who is the next captain? Maybe vote down in the comments. Give me your opinions, because I kind of want to finish this entire series out, whole 25 years. I don't know how long it will take, but obviously we'll need another captain, and I want to know who the viewers at home want to be the next captain. Carol Hansel could be a bit better, but he's at the pace that I kind of want him to be at. Piton, 10 points, -2 though, which isn't great. Then it drops off. Samu Makinen, -7. So the fourth line is, well, Swanson isn't doing that bad now. 5 points, could be a bit better though. +4, so he's definitely a bright spot on that fourth line. So that's definitely something that I'll have to look at for sure. Okay, defense. Abel Carlos actually now tied for first there. It was only a matter of time. These two guys are just freaking animals. Ugh. It brings joy to my heart, you know that? Joy to my heart. +8 and +12. Mikko Jarvinen, +17, actually leads the D-men. So the D-men, since we went on that awesome streak there in November, all that winning has really helped us out. Henry Schwartz in his rookie season, 6 points, +9, 12 penalty minutes. Not bad, actually. +9 is a stupid stat in the real NHL, but in this game, it's a pretty good stat to use to see how well your forward or defenseman is doing in the defensive zone or in their own zone. So just remember that when you're playing your own franchise mode, because if you see a -20 player and they're putting up like 80 points, what the hell is the problem there? Pierre Jakobsen, 1 point, +6, could be a bit better, but we're winning games, you know. Goalies, did we get any better there? Kavanagh got a whole lot better. I don't think he lost any games. No, he's on I can't do the math. Don't even ask me. 8-game win streak. Yeah, I think my math is right. 13-3-2. 1 shutout. Oh, what an absolute beauty. 904, 2.5 goals against. He's definitely on the up and up. Mester actually winning 3 straight? Nope, 2 straight. I'm not sure. You win a few games there. 3-2-1 in 8 games. It's not too bad. Now I want to check the entire league to end the episode, because I'm not sure. It's probably Shane Wright or something. Probably. Who is it? Who else would it be? Shane Wright, 28 goals, 25 assists, good for 53 points. He'll probably win the Art Ross again. He probably leads in goals as well. 28. Yeah, damn good season for him. Most assists, who is it? 32 for his partner, and Jorg Rieder. Well, what else do you expect? Their defense, is it looking like another Norris for Stu Cam? Denisov for the Carolina Hurricanes. Ustorf for Montreal. Okay, there's definitely some competition this year. But it's a long, long season. We're only 1/4 of the way in. Goaltending, most wins currently is for Edmonton, Carter Tarnasky. I'm not Art Ross, but the Vezina is currently looking to go to Braden Matvichuk. Okay, that's something to keep in mind. Rookie skaters, who's it looking like right at this moment? Jonathan Young, 19 points for the Washington Capitals. Good for him. Good for him. It's been a long episode, a lot of talking. But next episode, we're going to get all the simulation done. We have actually jumped up into second, 1 point behind first in the Metro. Actually tied for second with 3 games at hand on the Caps. So we should, in time, overtake them and probably be en route to a President's Trophy after a rough start. That is definitely a possibility. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.